to witness.
Batter from East Zone. He has picked up 2 runs here. There could have been a chance for run out, but the throw was a little bit.
Shot. And that was another appeal, another question asked. The umpire eventually decides it's all right. I'll take my time and eventually say it's not out.
So Rohit, that shot which we're trying to say, like, where if you're trying to go for sweep as well, there's a huge possibility of even getting boundary because the field set has been placed in a way, and I think bowlers are also quite clever, in fact, because they know that the field set is set in a way where boundary can be conceding, going for the sweep can be considered as a boundary as well. There's a huge possibility for them. So it was a shot where they couldn't able to go for a sweep. So it's end of 4 overs.
End of 4 overs, and I think East Zone right now, the way they have dictated the proceedings, they have moved on to 33 from 4 overs. This is going to be a crucial over, particularly considering the fact that the power play is still on. He drives it, but he'll find that cover fielder. Another single to the tally. That is good intent from Kaleem Khan. Knows that it has been Shravan who's been doing the majority of the talking, and I think he wants him to go after the bowler. Syed Naeem with the ball in his hands.
So Rohit, I have a question for you because but at least 2 wickets can make sure that they are also trying to go for an attack. What do you say about so far played? Like 4 overs gone, just 2 overs to go, and no wicket take.
Oh, wanted to go big, a massive heave with the bat, but then the ball staying slightly low. Possibly Syed Naeem could have ended up bowling a daisy cutter there. Fortunate for him that the ball, yeah, that was the first drop, and it didn't rise at all. It stays perilously low, uneven bounce. Smiles for the bowling side, but yeah. That's a front foot defense. That's a classic vintage front foot defense. That's Test cricket batting at its very best, or I would rather say elegance at its screaming best.
South Zone should make sure that they're not leaking away the runs because if they're not even picking a wicket, yeah, and there's a bit of outside edge and a single taken here. Oh, they're going for the second run. That's a good running between wickets by East Zone batters. Kaleem Khan and Shravan Meena are doing brilliant as far as running between wickets are concerned and trying to go for the shots when the ball is a little bit shorter and also going for the full swing of the bat and making sure that they are getting the runs and building the partnership and taking the scoreboard.
Oh, that's a much better length. He bowls it in that uppish area of that good length. And I think it becomes slightly difficult for the batters because that was quicker through the air. Projected score now 156. And pretty and plays it sensibly back to the bowler. 5 overs on, and South Zone, in fact, East Zone 38 for none.
So by end of 5 overs, East Zone of 38 for no loss. And that was an excellent over from Syed Naeem, where he has just conceded 5 runs, out of which just one extra, which is a white ball. So that should be the kind of target which South Zone should go with. They shouldn't be conceding the extras and not give away easy runs to the East Zone batters, because going for a delivery and a single picked up by Shravan Meena. So even sometimes singles also will be a little bit concerning part for bowling team, because as they come onto the bat, every single run will be once again a flick from Kaleem Khan and picked up a single here, and he is moving on to 15 runs. So Sheikh has already bowled 2 balls in this over, conceded completely off his spell. The batters, but it was well swing of the bat, and there's a bit of confusion between the batters as well. Well, Shravan Meena tried to go for a swing of the bat and try to score runs here. Maybe he wants to attack. Ball by Sheikh. Well, that's a good hit by Sheikh. And they have gone for an appeal. As you can see here, South Zone are confident that they have picked up a wicket here. And it's a wicket for South Zone. The first wicket in the form of run out. Very good delivery by Sheikh, and he has did his own run out by throwing right on the target of the stumps. This is a crucial point for South Zone. East Zone of 41 for 1, and partnership of 41 runs from 30 balls has been broken. Well, to get back onto what happened, Chhattisgarh East Zone has won the toss and elected to bat first, and they have gone for the attacking cricket as far as the first 5 overs are concerned. But in the 6th over, before end of the power play, they lost their first wicket in the form of run out. And Kaleem Khan, the skipper, has gone out. He played really well. He had attacking intention, and he wants to go for attack whatever bowler bowls, like whether medium pacer or left arm spinner. There's a swing of the bat, and ball has gone onto the fine leg region. A single taken here. So South Zone at the moment for last 2 overs. Well, now power play comes to an end with this last ball.
दिखलाते हम कौन है, चल दिखलाते हम कौन है, हम छत्तीसगढ़िया कौन है, चल दिखलाते हम कौन है।
So
मैदान में दम दिखलाएंगे। ni sa re sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa re ma re sa re ni sa re sa ni sa re sa. चल दिखलाते हम कौन है, हम छत्तीसगढ़िया कौन है, चल दिखलाते हम कौन है. हम कौन है, चल दिखलाते हम कौन है, हम छत्तीसगढ़िया कौन है, चल दिखलाते हम कौन है. जो ठान लिया है सो कर देंगे. दिखलाते हम कौन है, चल दिखलाते हम कौन है. तक पहुंचाने आए हैं। छत्तीसगढ़िया परचम को जग में लहराने आए हैं। हर क्रिकेट फैन के सपनों को सच तक पहुंचाने आए हैं। छत्तीसगढ़िया परचम को जग में लहराने आए हैं। जिस माटी को बक बक है प्रभु राम ने है आशीष दिया, उस माटी के लाले हम ये याद दिलाने आए हैं। यारों के संग आएंगे हम, जीत के घबले जाएंगे। हम छत्तीसगढ़िया सबले बढ़िया, हम हल्ला बोल के गाएंगे। बोले बासी गा के हम मैदान में दम दिखलाएंगे। चलेगा बल्ला।
Well, we have seen an excellent boundary as well. Although the four balls were pretty tight, but the fifth ball was looser. And that's a good shot by the batter from South Zone. And a catch was dropped, unfortunately. So mid-on couldn't able to capitalize picking up the catch here, where it could have been like a first wicket for them. By end of the first over, South Zone are a little bit in comfortable seat. Well, that was a really good over from East Zone. South Zone are chasing 160 runs, but they need to get 161 runs to beat. So, South Zone gone for the boundary as well in the previous over. Now East Zone are going with a pace attack. East Zone scored 160 runs and lost 7 wickets in 20 overs. They won the toss and elected to bat first. We are going on to the second over. That was a real good ball from the pacer. We can see the bounce as well, as we have seen in the first innings where South Zone bowlers were bowling. Not much of bounce earlier, but now you can see East Zone bowlers are extracting the pace and bounce. Although the pitch is played with one innings before. That was a brilliant ball. Completely beaten by the batter. He couldn't able to do much. He tried to swing the bat and he couldn't able to connect the ball. East Zone will be trying to pick up at least 2 wickets in the power play. And we can see here a bit of bounce as well from the bowler who's bowling. It was an excellent ball, good length ball from the bowler and well defended by South Zone batter. There we go. Well played by the batter from South Zone. The first boundary coming for South Zone. That was a massive shot from him. The powerful shot. In fact, it was the second boundary for South Zone because the previous one was also played in the last ball of the first over. So, Syed Naeem went for the shot. This is what South Zone should be looking forward to. Play an attacking cricket. whatever runs come in the form of extras. Well, a dot ball here. Whatever runs come in the form of extras, also an additional bonus for South Zone. That was absolutely plundered by the batter. The ball is traveling to the boundary and it is gone by the 4 runs. This is the third boundary for South Zone. This is what South Zone will be looking forward to, because chasing 161 runs is not easy task unless and until you go for an attack in cricket, playing all kinds of shots. As we have seen E-Zone, where one of the good examples where they have executed all kinds of shots, they have displayed throughout the innings without any kind of hesitation. So that's the way you need to go, and that's the approach what South Zone should be looking forward to. Go for the boundaries and keep ticking the scorecard by picking up singles when the boundaries are not coming. So there's a change of the over where we can see spinner coming into the play. Well, one more dot ball for East Zone. I'm sure that this right and left combination would be a little bit uncomfortable for East Zone. They'll be looking forward to break this partnership and make sure that the kind of burden what they're carrying extra. That's a good shot from the batter. But the ball has gone into the hand of keeper.
Round the wicket. Flicked it down. This will go for that single, quickly taken there. No real challenges. And at the moment, as things stand, South Zone has got off a very feisty start. When you're chasing 161, I think you will need a lot more than boundaries, particularly in the power play. Score around 8-9 runs and over, keep wickets in hand, and South Zone is looking in good touch.
As we can notice from East Zone, a couple of batters played brilliant in first innings. Shravan Kumar scored 60 runs and Rohit Dhruv got 44 runs. So it's a bit of inside edge, and ball has gone into the third man region, and a couple of runs scored here by South Zone batters. As I was talking about, a couple of batters from East Zone where they played well, not only with the runs on the board, 60 and 44 respectively, but also the impact which they have created for the team was tremendous. So South Zone players should be looking into this kind of a venue where they're building up the partnership alongside getting the individual scores on board. There's a play and miss by the batter. It's end of an over. 24 for none. So by end of 3 overs, South Zone are 24 for no loss. They are chasing score of 161 runs. Syed Naeem scored 16 runs out of 12 balls, and Ram Babu scored 2 runs out of 6 balls. They required 137 runs out of 1 or 2 balls. The question is, can they be able to capitalize the opportunity which they are getting from East Zone, whatever loose balls, or even if they can able to break the strategies, and if they can able to convert those into strengths and score runs and build partnership. So South Zone require 161 runs to make sure that they are winning this match. That was a good ball from bowler. Batsman had no other choice rather than to defend the ball. The ball has gone straight into the hand of the fielder. So no run taken. So I have a question, Rohit. 3 overs where South Zone got 24 runs. So I think so far run rate seems to be looking handsome. And also the way they are attacking is also very, they are taking calculated risk and not taking a huge risk by going after the ball for each and every ball where they're swinging the bat and trying to even sometimes lose the wicket. I think it's a bit sensible cricket as far as playing wise is concerned, and also chasing this kind of a target of 161. I think this kind of a cricket would be helpful for them to win the match.
But a kind of action, I believe it is a much decent approach. But again, it all boils down to wickets. Till the time they have wickets in hand, they will have the luxury of going after the bowlers, particularly in the power play. So, but that being said, I think the idea is to try and capitalize on the power play. With the field restrictions in place, try and get the boundaries as many as they can. Around the wicket. Decent pace, kind of a rib rattler there. Trying to test the batter in the possible dimension of pace there.
So far, Khalim Khan, the captain, has bowled well. He managed to get dot balls. So far, he has bowled in this over. Can this over be a maiden over and also change the tables for East Zone? Unfortunately, it's not going to be a maiden over. Batter has flicked the ball onto the square leg region and picked up a single here. And it was a good over from Khalim Khan, where he just conceded 1 run and making sure that South Zone are Well, this could be a huge change of situation for East Zone. After picking up a wicket, they could try to go for an attack and pick up one more wicket here. But Ram Babu, who is a well-settled player, is trying to attack as he knows the role that he has to play in attacking cricket. But on opposite side, you have a new batter who will take some time as well. That was a well-bounced ball from the bowler, single picked up onto the leg side. Sanjeet is a new man who will be facing the ball.
This has really been an electric start here from both South Zone and from both the South Zone batters. In fact, they may have lost a wicket, but they are undented right now. That spirit that they have, I think that is extremely feisty. That is the electricity that you would really expect. Over the wicket, that's some brutal pace altogether. Breezes past the batter's blade.
South Zone requires 118 runs out of 88 balls. This is an interesting contest between the batter and bowler. Well, batter tried to cut the ball. It's pretty much enormous from the bowler. Kaleem Khan is a bowler.
The captain doing a pretty decent job here. Once again, a swing and a miss. Just putting enough pace behind the ball, leaving the ball stranded altogether. It's an outstanding bowling from Kaleem Khan. The pace, the combination of pace, line and length is quite impressive. I'm sure that this pace can be a huge weapon for them. This can make sure that they can also pick up one more wicket. There's a swing and miss again by batter. He was completely beaten by the pace. Umpire signaled for a wide. So 1 run has been added into account of South Zone. As the pitch seems to be looking like it suits for the pace bowler in the first innings. But now, as the first innings already has been played, still Kaleem Khan is making sure the impact is created by bowling a top-notch pace. That was a cracking shot, but it has gone to the hand of fielder and a single taken here. And batter is calling for the one more run. They're going for 2 runs. In fact, they want to take one more, but the non-striking batter is happy with 2 runs. This comes to an end of excellent bowling from Kaleem Khan, who's striking with the thunder pace. Well, after 6 overs, by end of the power play, South Zone is 46 for 1. It was a pretty decent batting from South Zone. South Zone requires 115 runs out of 84 balls. You can see here the spin attack for East Zone. Rambabu scored 19 runs of 18 balls. He played a mammoth role here for South Zone. And there's a flick onto the leg side by Rambabu. A single picked up the first ball of the 7th over. The only wicket lost by South Zone was Syed. So 115 runs required, or 84 balls. One, 114 required from 83 balls for South Zone. And it's the dot ball. Yashwant is the bowler for East Zone. That was straight into the hands of Yashwant. He's picked up the first wicket. His first over and he has picked up a wicket. Apparently, the second wicket for East Zone. Brilliant bowling from left arm spinner Yashwant. And that too, unsettled batter Sanjeet has given easy catch to Yashwant where he has picked up the first wicket. It was really impressive to see the way he has built pressure. South Zone are 47 for 2. Well, the next batter in is Praveen for South Zone. South Zone are 47 for 2. Yashwant was picked up his first wicket, but just conceded 1 run. Left arm spinner Yashwant bowled really well so far, his 3 balls. South Zone require 114 runs from 81 balls. The partnership right now between Praveen and Rambabu would be crucial for South Zone. If they can able to manage to build a partnership here, they can make sure they can able to win this match. New batter Praveen is on strike. He has defended the ball well. That was a good ball from Yashwant. Yashwant is trying to build the pressure here. He's trying to bowl more dot balls, which can apparently get a wicket, at least in this over or next following overs. That was a quick in the air. And batter tried to flick the ball straight in the hand of the fielder. So no run taken here. A dot ball again. So more number of dot balls, which will be bowled by East Zone. More pressure will be built on South Zone. This time a flick towards mid-on zone has fetched a run for South Zone. So Praveen is on mark with a single run. So this means the 7th over comes to an end. And score is 48 for 2. Well, it surprises me that Kaleem Khan, who was bowling well, has been replaced with a spinner. I'm sure that Yashmat, who has built pressure from pavilion end, would have given us a scope for other spinners to pick up a wicket here. So captain would have decided to bowl with the spinner. Batter attempted to pull the shot and it has gone to the mid wicket. Well, this time batter went to cut the ball with the back foot and it has gone to the fielder. So no run taken. So 2 dot balls from 2 balls from Jatin Saxena. That was a top sheer off spin from Jatin Saxena. By the way, Jatin Saxena has played for Rajasthan Royals as well in IPL and he's an experienced campaigner. His experience will count a lot for East Zone. It was put short in length, well driven with the back foot and a single taken. I'm sure that skipper of the East Zone will be looking forward to finish off as many overs as possible after the power play, which can make sure that they can try to go for an attack once again in the death over, which means from 16th over till 20th over. Until then, they'll try to finish off these overs right from 7th over till 15th over as quick as possible by utilizing the spinners. And of course, experienced campaigners like Jatin Saxena can pick up a wicket here. And there's a wide ball, which is bowled by Jatin Saxena. So these extras would be a little bit concerning for fielding captain. Rambabu is on strike. Well flicked by Rambabu onto the leg side and single picked up. So score is 51 for 2. Jatin Saxena will be continuing to complete this over. That was well driven by the back foot. A single taken here once again. This is an end of the over. So score is 52 for 2 in 8 overs. It's going to be a massive test for South Zone batters, how they're going to take it forward, because they required 108 runs from 72 balls. It was hit hard in a high ball. It's gone to the 6. What a 6 by Praveen. That was a sheer power from Praveen. He played well, comfortably, without any hesitation. He has hit the ball onto the deep square leg region. Well, that's a kind of intention what he's showing, an attacking intention. That's a smart way of playing cricket, and he has scored a single here, and they're trying to convert into 2 runs. Excellent batting between these 2 batters. They're going for 1 more run, which is 3rd run. This is really good batting from South Zone batters, Praveen Kumar and Rambabu. From 1 run they have converted as 2, and when they found an opportunity, they converted as 3 runs. As we all know, Yashwant, who has picked up a wicket in his first over, he'll be trying to attack as much as possible. So South Zone are going for the counter attack. And now left arm spinner versus left hand batter. Yashwant versus Ram Babu. It's going to be an interesting contest. There's a swing of the bat and missed completely by the batter. A dot ball here. Just 100 runs required for South Zone. Well slashed, but no run taken by Ram Babu. The field set also looking pretty much good. It's quite tight as well. They're making sure that easy runs are not coming into the account of South Zone. That was smacked hard. And a single taken. The deep cover region by left-hander Ram Babu. So left-hander Ram Babu moves on to 22 runs. That was a good shot from the batter. The ball is going out of the boundary to 6. What a shot by Praveen Kumar. That was a big shot from him. This is the time what South Zone will be looking forward to. They want to attack each and every ball. And we can see here the way South Zone players are trying to do counter attack against East Zone bowlers. Look at the replay. The ball has gone out of the ground. Well, East Zone will be trying to go on with the spinners again. Yashwant was a bit expensive in the last over. Yet, the gutsy captain of East Zone will be still continuing with the spin attack. I'm sure that they'll be going for more of wide field set. Jatin will be continuing his second over. Batter Ram Babu completely missed out the ball. And it's a dot ball. Score is 68 for 2. That was well played by Ram Babu, and he's going for 1 run. That knock from the bat is so sweet, I would say. The way he's driven the ball towards cover region. Ram Babu seems to be looking like he's an excellent front foot player. His cover drive and his on drive are all really good so far in today's match. Well, that's a good late cut from Praveen. The ball is coming to the boundary. One more boundary added to account of South Zone. And this is what South Zone will be looking forward to. Jatin Saxena will be a little bit concerned about the runs leaking for East Zone. And it's a good sign for South Zone. They are managing to tick the scoreboard on consistent note. Well, look at that replay. The smart way of playing that late cut was really good. Once again, Praveen tried to go for a late cut and couldn't manage to connect the ball. South Zone is 73 for 2. That was really hit hard on the long gone area by Praveen and picked up a single. This means left-handed Ram Babu will be on strike to play experienced Jatin Saxena. The contest is on between these two players, Ram Babu versus Jatin Saxena. Well bowled by Jatin. It's a dot ball. He'll be happy to complete this over, although there was a boundary. So by end of 9 overs, score is 74 for 2. Is Sportsai a Bombay company?
Sorry, which one?
Sportsai.
I have no idea. So I'm just hearing this for the first time.
This is other match?
Yeah.
How's that going?
206
Ooh.
shot is scored.
Who against?
Madhya Pradesh.
A few moments ago, as my co-commentator Vijay was taking you through the first half of the spell, now to narrate you further about this contest, it's going to be me, Rohit, before Vijay joins me for the latter half of the game. And as things stand at the moment, South Zone, they look to be in a commanding position, if truth be told, unless wickets fall. I think they are good to go. Chhattisgarh will have to toil hard. In fact, East Zone, that's cut away beautifully. That will beat the fielder. That was struck with decent power. And that was placed and timed to perfection as well. That's the kind of intent that you really look forward to when you are chasing more than 8 runs and over. A great start to the over, and that will certainly have its impact on the bowler. Change in field there. In fact, change in personnel, to be honest. No change in field whatsoever though. Still a long on, a long off. A third fielder, a sweeper, a deep square leg. And now that third fielder will come inside the circle. Deep mid-wicket drops back to the fence. A possible shorter one may come into the frame, asking the batter to possibly try and pull if he's capable of that. Yes, gets a half cracker. Batter doesn't really get the desired connection. It was quicker one as well. The bowler looks to be in a decent touch, and what he's doing is he's trying to also beat the batter for pace. It is Dhawal K who's been introduced into the attack, and he's doing a decent job. I think a similar strategy would be deployed once again. Well, that's played in the air, hasn't gone the distance. Straight to the fielder. The third wicket, a set. Praveen will have to get back to the pavilion. Well, the batter is standing out there. I'm not really sure what happened. Well, I think that was either a dead ball, is it? I'm not really sure what must have happened out there. It wasn't a free hit. Oh, it was a free hit. That's what's being signaled. I think we must have missed out the sign that was a free hit. Yes, no ball and now a wide. So a bit of a lifeline there. I think considering the fact that it was a free hit, Praveen wanted to go after the bowler and didn't really get the desired connection. I think with 2 wickets down, South Zone, they will be pretty happy about how they've gone about in the proceedings. That's punched, but the fielder will keep it down. There was a deep point in place. We'll just cover the fence. We'll just ensure the fact that they're not getting more than a single. But I think the current headspace that South Zone finds themselves in, with 81 already on the board, and just 2 wickets have been lost with more than 9 overs to come. I don't think it's too much of a tough ask for them. They'll just want the wickets to be intact. Oh, that's a bouncer. The non-striker, he's asking for a wide, and it's not given. That's the first one for the over. Dhawal making good use of his space, hitting the deck really hard, pricing out whatever bounce he could get from the surface. Possibly just trying to resort to those half crackers, asking the batter to pull. This time he flicks one, can be a catching chance, but it goes beyond the stretch of the fielder. He had his eyes on the ball, but there wasn't much that he could have done actually. It was a very well executed shot onto the pads. It was a gift and offer. And Praveen, who's been in dangerous touch, he's taken the gift with arms wide open. Boundaries keep on flowing at the moment for South Zone, and they are cruising towards the finish line. Mr. Dhawal, he will have to get that line right. You're bowling fuller, you're bowling onto the pads. It's definitely a grand invitation for the batter to go big. And also, I believe, with the current field in place where you have a long off and a long on, and you have the cover inside the circle, I think going for that line of middle or that leg stump, that's kind of defensive. You need wickets here, because otherwise South Zone is very well stationed. So I think you've got to be slightly brave, slightly bolder than you currently are. Try and bring the stumps into play. Try and get slightly fuller. Maybe ask the batter to go for a lofted drive over the cover fielder. Take his chances, bangs it shorter though. And the batter very nicely steers it towards that cover fielder. Will get a single. And with this, we come to the end of the 11th over. South Zone moves on to 87 for 2.
Why is bravery offensive? I don't know, well, I have a talk. I'm not at all happy I called Richard today evening. I'm not gonna take their shit. How's it, bro? We'll talk about it later. Something's up. I need to know, like they said, no, that there has been disrespect. What is it? Because in the first innings we were not even taking names. So what's the disrespect from?
Spin comes into attack. And as soon as spin has been introduced, there has been a quick change in field. Square leg moves slightly squarer, so kind of a backward square leg. Oh, that was a quicker one, flatter one as well. Some late turn and offer, leaving the batter slightly dazed and confused. Jatin Saxena, he's had a great start. None for 10 so far from the first 2 overs. And he's produced another dot ball here. Oh, that was a quicker one. The batter slightly fortunate. There was a hint of inside edge. Got lucky. If that inside edge wouldn't have been there, could have been some trouble on the cards. Probably the same line that's cut away. He'll only get a single for that. The sweeper will come around. No real challenges for the fielder, and at the moment I think both these batters, Praveen and Rambabu, they are looking well set.
Yes, bro. I'm caught. No, bro. Wait, I'll just follow ball just beyond the ball.
Whoa, once again goes for the swing. That is excellent work by the short third fielder. Quickly rushes out, knew that he will have to throw his body along the carpet, and he's being acknowledged from all around the park.
Yeah, bro, I didn't find it anywhere. Hello?
Here he comes over the wicket. Once again, a flatter one, and it's gone through the gates. That's a wicket. This was the one that Jatin Saxena was trying to produce over and over again. A flatter one, a quicker one that would stay low. He was kind of a flipper that the batter couldn't really read. And Mr. Rambabu will have to depart for a well-orchestrated 24. He was taking his time, anchoring the innings at the other end, but then an unnecessary need for aggression backfires. New batter arriving in the center. And I reckon that was Praveen who actually got out and not Rambabu. So yes, apologies for that. Shashikant K. Let's see how he's capable of turning the tide around. Yeah, bro. हाँ bro, lobby area, room, commentary room ये check हो गया है, कुछ नहीं है. No, that I haven't checked. That I'll check, bro. हाँ मेरे को थोड़ा ही नो मेरे को थोड़ा सा टाइम दे दो ये स्टेंट कर दूँ ठीक है देन आफ्टर 15 I'm checking it. Here he comes back into the attack. That was in the air for a while. Falls just short of the fielder. With the new batter coming in, I think he will have to be slightly more cautious. Another over comes to an end. And the score now reads 89 for 3. Pace into attack. How does that change things? East zone, if they're able to get one more wicket here, I think they will be right on top of the game. That is why we say it is wickets that changes the game completely. It is wickets that brings around a turn of tide like nothing else. And the first ball heading down to the keeper's gloves. The idea was right. He wanted to go for the cheeky attempted shot. But again, at times you have to brave pace as well. Abhishek with the ball in his hands. I think he just wanted to go forward with a shorter delivery. Trying to test how much risk the batters are going to take. Another half tracker, another swing and a miss there. Straight to the keeper's gloves. He'll have to figure out a way of connecting with the ball. And I think Rambabu, who's batting for 25, he's a set batter. He's a senior batter amongst the two. So he will have to show a bit more maturity. Goes for the pull shot, that's in the air. And that will sail over the fence as well. We were talking about maturity in Rambabu. He's shown aggression. That is what maturity at this stage looks like. You infuse aggression and calm in the same breath. That's a brilliant shot, to be honest. Bolded shot wasn't the hitting arc for Rambabu. And he swings the bat hard enough, parking it out of the fence with consummate ease altogether. This time Fuller, and he's got a big man! A swing and a miss for Rambabu, and his bails have gone for a flight. Abhishek strikes, and this can be a crucial wicket We were talking about getting another wicket here at this stage, and that will possibly stall the run flow. And that is exactly what has happened. East zone, they will be jubilant. The big man! And maybe and just maybe frustrations can start creeping in for South Zone, who were an intimidating catch until now.
It's time for you and he's called the big man.
New batter arriving in the center. The troubles keep on compounding, and two new batters out in the middle. It just doesn't get tougher than that for South Zone. But once again, truth be told, cricket is a very unpredictable game. You never know the arrival of Mr. GR. He can just change the game with his hard hitting, a swing and a miss there. He'll have to be slightly careful because that line, it has proven to be the Pandora's box for South Zone. They have swung hard but not hard enough to get the shots in place. You'll have to be slightly careful. They cannot afford to lose another wicket. This game is already looking to be a dicey one for them. Once again, another awkward swing of the bat. With this, we come to the end of the over. 13 gone. South Zone 95 for 4. Spin from the other end, rather from the far end to be precise. And both these batters, they will have to hang out in the center as well. I think it's not wise to say that they will have to forge a partnership by taking their time, but maybe they will have to be watchful in the next couple of overs, and then they will have to start going big because the required rate is now leaping close to 10 runs and over. And that struck, not good enough. I think he could have gone offside with that shot because he would have played with the turn instead of going against the turn. And eventually he also didn't get the desired power that he was looking forward to connect with the shot. Oh, that was a quicker one. It looks like these two at the moment are caught in the cross currents of some excellent bowling. Mr. GR and Mr. Shashikant, they will have to do better than what they are doing right now. He's pulled that away. That'll be the first runs off the bat of Mr. GR. Gets a single, brings back Mr. Shashikant on strike. I think it's just getting tougher and tougher for South Zone. They got a very good start, but East Zone, the way they are reeling things back in, that is extraordinary. That's cut away, but he will find the sweeper fielder. In fact, it was straight to the sweeper fielder. There wasn't much that he could have hoped for in that shot. Still a ball to go here. And very cheekily wanted a single there, and the fielder doesn't really collect it cleanly. Could have done better with this. We come to the end of the 14th over. And as things stand, South Zone 97 for 4. Abhishek is back in the attack. He had claimed a wicket in the last over. And courtesy of that, he's got two new batters out in the center. Full toss, that's played nice and fine. Third fielder won't get there. Once again, intent on the cards here. And I think that is crucial, very crucial right now for South Zone. If they want the boundaries to keep on coming, they'll have to go at it harder than ever. And particularly when gifts like these are on offer, they shall not hesitate. They should not hesitate, in fact. Third fielder now moving slightly squarer. Well, that wasn't really the best of deliveries. I think a batter would probably be beating himself up that he doesn't pick it up cleanly. In fact, if he could have just taken a step down the ground, he had the option of possibly playing over the bowler's head, trying to scoop that, teasing the mid-off fielder as well in the process. But Abhishek, despite conceding that boundary, he's done a decent job. That's another full toss. The batter misses out on another opportunity. I think he wanted to go at it way too hard. But what he does in the process is that bat swing, that took him an additional split second than he was expecting. And cricket being a game of the finest margins, he misses out. Another swing and a miss there. This is what happens when you have two new batters in the crease. I think knowing the fact that the required rate is leaping with every passing ball, with every passing dot ball, what the batters try to do is then they try to get a boundary on every single ball. And given the fact that they are still oblivious to the fact how the surface is reacting, this is what happens. You keep on swinging at it as hard as you can, and eventually in the process, you end up piling those dot balls. I think now these batters will need to be calm here. They will have to play according to the situation. The big hits can wait for the last 4 overs maybe. At the moment, they need runs and they are not even getting them. Another full toss. Doesn't connect well enough. Straight to the fielder. And that will mark the end of what looked like an agonizing knock in the center for Mr. GR. He will have to take a long walk back to the pavilion, and Abhishek strikes for the second time in this innings. East Zone are right at the top as we come to the end of the 15th over.
Welcome.
58 to win from the final 5. Close to 12 runs and over. This game probably may just turn out into an oscillating swashbuckler. And when it comes to swashbucklers, I reckon one man isn't good enough to get it done. So let's call it 2.5 men, because this man right next to me, Vijay, he's certainly capable of pulling off wards that possibly will need more than one man to conquer. So welcome back, Vijay, and a very good evening.
Thank you so much, Rohit. You have took the face of the game where South Zone was dominating to East Zone right now. They are dominating this game. Well, South Zone are 1 not 3 for 5. And we can see here Sashikant and Ankur will be the center. So South Zone require 58 runs. It's going to be interesting scenes here from Chhattisgarh. The first match. Well, batter was desperately trying to pick up a single here by pushing the ball onto the fielder. Now the intention of South Zone players seems to be looking quite witness where they're trying to go for shots, and they were shuffling some shots with a few. The ball is in air, up in the air. It's going out of the boundary, and unfortunately, it has not gone out of the boundary where the fielder stood, who took the catch as a stunner. And one more wicket down for South Zone. South Zone are in deep, deep trouble now. Let's look at the replay here.
The say catches win matches. That would have certainly won him the tournament. What an electrifying take! But more than the take, it was about awareness altogether. Kept his eyes on the ball till the last moment. Didn't let one go. And it looks like South Zone is now digging deeper into the meat grinder. New batter will be walking out. More decisions to take, more questions to answer. And it's all over the place at the moment for the men in yellow and blue. Seasoned campaigners probably have got the equations wrong right now. And it is going to be Mr. Sheikh Sadiq, who's a new batter in. Well, that's played down the ground. Has it got enough mileage behind it? Doesn't really look like. They'll push for the second. They're forcing themselves. That is electric running. That's the kind of cricket you would love to witness. That's the kind of chemistry that forges remarkable partnerships which will go down in history.
Well, there was an inside edge. And ball is traveling to the boundary. And it's gone to the boundary now. South Zone are getting consecutive boundaries and also the runs here. Although the target seems to be looking a little bit challenging, but South Zone are not giving up here. They're trying to fight back hard against East Zone. Abhishek, who bowled well in his first over, has again did the damage for South Zone with the wicket. Still, we can see the battle here by Sheikh Sadiq with the boundary on. That was well driven by Sadiq. And they're going for second run. And the scoreboard is ticking now. That's a smart way of playing cricket. By the end of the 16 overs, it's 113 for 6.
Runs and over required, 48 needed from 24 balls. Sheikh Sadiq will be at the non-striker's end. Ankur will be at the striker's end. And talking about the fielder, there is third fielder. There is a long off. There's a deep point in place, a long on as well, and a deep square leg. And the captain brings himself back. 10 runs from 2 overs. I think East Zone will be very happy with their performances so far. Kaleem, who relies on pace, I think even the batter will have to try and break free from the shackles using the pace itself.
Well, someone or the other has to take a risk here by scoring some massive power hitting. because we already seen Kaleem doing very good job with his pace. South Zone cannot afford to play defensive cricket at the point because the asking rate is too high.
Well, that's punched. That's punched with a sweet crunch of the bat. Shake. In fact, it was Sheikh Sadiq. Apologies for that. He's pummeled that with superior power and superlative placement.
That's punch.
Well, I was talking about attacking cricket. You can see here the way he has cut the ball into the gap of the fielders. That's the way South Zone have to look into. And of course, it was a good delivery from Kaleem Khan, and he'll be containing the ball here.
This time goes aerial. Oh, he'll find the fielder. I think Sadiq, in fact Sheikh Sadiq, he knows what he's looking forward to. He knows what the intent should be. He has the idea clear in his mind. There isn't much to look forward to if it comes to defensive or getting singles and doubles.
Well, can we expect a Yorker from Kaleem Khan here? Because as we have seen already, South Zone are down with 6 wickets. An attacking ball like a Yorker could be a huge boost. Well, there was an attempt of a Yorker, but it wasn't a Yorker at all. Kaleem Khan tried with a slow ball. Usually in T20 cricket, slow Yorkers are quite famous ones to attack batters. I believe Kaleem Khan has gone for slow Yorker, but unfortunately it didn't York, but it has gone as like a slow full toss.
Oh, that's hit hard. Will it carry to the fielder? What a catch! What an electric take there at long off. That is glorious. And with that catch, I am certain about the fact East Zone may have cemented their supremacy in the contest.
Will it carry to the field? What a catch!
Well, South Zone lost one more wicket here. Batter, who couldn't able to complete the shot. He has hit the ball right into the hand of the fielder, and he has gone. This is unfortunate situation for South Zone. They could have made sure that they could have given a tough battle, perhaps, if they couldn't able to win this match. But there's a big but, I would say. This way of playing cricket, unfortunately, couldn't able to make South Zone to give a tough battle, especially in this kind of a match. Well, Kaleem Khan, as we were talking about, the way he was bowling the bounce pace, he was in fact generating the bounce because this pitch wasn't carrying much with the bounce. But still he could able to manage with his pace. And now he has also produced the wicket-taking delivery. So we can tick all the boxes from Kaleem Khan's bowling analysis. He has come up with a lot of dot balls, and the way he has utilized this pitch was absolutely amazing.
Badrinath Kona, the new batter in the center. As the mountain keeps on getting steeper and steeper, the ascent gets on getting tougher. Does South Zone have a late messiah in Badrinath? Or maybe Sheikh Sadiq? Sheikh Sadiq has looked really good, but I think they will need attack from both ends. With this, we come to the end of the over. 17 gone, and South Zone is 120 for 7. As the equation stands, 41 runs needed from 18 balls. Obviously, for South Zone, this looks like an extremely Sisyphean task. For the East Zone, though, I think they are just reaping the rewards of bowling a very tight line and length in those middle overs. Despite the boundaries coming in, their hunger for wickets, their hunger to keep on doing better is what has got them into a favorable position. A quick look at the deep fielders will make you believe that there may be an attempt to go fuller. That's played down the ground, long off, will cut it down. Will only get a single there.
Although East Zone were conceiving a lot of runs over here, but they were making sure that they were bowling on right line and length and picking up the wickets at right time. They were breaking the partnerships, which apparently helped them to build the momentum as far as the East Zone was concerned. Nevertheless, they made sure that none of the South Zone batters, well, we'll come back to that. Now, the single taken here by Sheikh Sadiq by flicking the ball onto the onside. So the East Zone made sure that they didn't make any of the South Zone batter to stand for a long period of time and score half century, like the way we have already seen one of the batters from East Zone got 60 odd runs. There's a flick to short third man region and a single picked up.
Sheikh Sadiq, the tall, towering southpaw, holds the key. He has gone aerial. He won't carry. He'll only get a single in this occasion. And I think at the moment, East Zone won't certainly mind the singles. In fact, they will be elated to give that away. It's boundaries, possibly over boundaries, is what should scare them now. And unless there's a late watershed, I think East Zone certainly are the side in the driver's seat.
Required run rate seems to be looking very, very high for South Zone. They're almost about to get 16 runs per over from now on to win this match. That's a good shot from Badrinath onto the long on region, picked up a single. By end of the 18 overs, score is 125 for 7.
Two overs remaining. 36 to get. 18 runs and over needed. Plays it straight back to the bowler. And I think if South Zone wants to win from this situation, a certain name from Tamil Nadu will certainly be their inspiration. And that's Royal Challengers Bangalore's finisher supreme Dinesh Karthik, who pulled off a similar stunt like this in the Nidahas Trophy final. Can South Zone pull off a similar stunt as well? A swing and a miss there. Question asked. Finger goes up. There was a nick. But at the moment, South Zone is crumbling like a house of cards here. And East Zone keeps on tormenting them further and further.
Swing and a miss there. Question asked. Finger goes up.
Corner. Couldn't able to manage to hit the ball. Instead, he has nicked the ball and he has gone out. Circumstances were very difficult for South Zone. In fact, but still there could have been like a fight. Unfortunately, he has gone back now. The credit goes to the bowler as well. Kaleem Khan, we have seen him in and out of his bowling, especially we can see the swing and right bounce as well as he was extracting, and also right line and length. Skipper would be very happy indeed with this performance alongside the team's performance overall. New batters coming to the center.
Krishna Kumar walks out in the middle. Can Krishna Kumar change the fortunes? We have been saying this over and over again, but it looks like for South Zone, it just hasn't worked. That's much fuller, and that will beat the backward point fielder. That will run away for a boundary. They will need a lot more of them. It doesn't matter how they come. It doesn't matter what are the repercussions. If they want to lock full points here, they will need those boundaries to keep on coming in clusters.
About 21 runs per over. As the tough situation is becoming tougher for South Zone. Somehow or other, they need to get boundaries here rather than singles. Kaleem Khan will be continuing his over.
This time onto the pads. I think he must have missed out on a chance, could have flicked it into the gap between that fine leg fielder and the backward square leg fielder. He possibly committed to the shot slightly early.
It looks like Kaleem Khan was trying to go for a Yorker. Unfortunately, he couldn't able to manage to york the ball. He tried to bowl onto the leg side, and it has given a run away for South Zone.
Sheikh Sadiq on strike, round the wicket this time. Kaleem Khan. Sheikh Sadiq dances down the track. And this is sensible bowling from Kaleem Khan. All he does is just takes the ball away from the batter. And that's job well done.
Well, Sheikh Sadiq might have expected a Yorker or maybe a full length ball. And also tried to get down the wicket. The best way of bowling onto the batter who's getting down the wicket is to bowl a bit wider. That's a good shot from Sheikh Sadiq, and ball has gone to the boundary. Well, Sheikh Sadiq has shown his mettle, but the situation is not favoring South Zone. Yet South Zone will be happy to grab all those runs. That was a brilliant display of batting. The way he has driven the ball is quite good. This is an end of the 19th over, and the score is 134 for 8.
Last year's IPL has shown us even 30 runs can be chased down in the final over. And South Zone needs 27 to win. Do they have what it takes? It looks like they'll be up against a spinner at the moment. 27 needed from 6, and I think the only thing that can get them across the line is boundaries. Round the wicket, quicker, shorter. That's an exceptional delivery under the circumstances. And I think when you bowl a shorter one to a tail ender, it's not really his cup of tea to try and park it out of the fence. He wanted to go big though, that's in the air. Straight down the fielder's throat. Wicket number 9 falls down. And East Zone closes down on their first victory in the tournament.
Well, That was unexpected kind of a shot from a tail end. Maybe he could have utilized the shot of the ball. He could have smashed the ball, but unfortunately, he has gone for other ball around to go for a smack. But unfortunately, it didn't work in his favor. I can expect a tailender to play some smart cricket, like playing the fast innings in whatever possible way which the opposition team provides, short pitch balls or loose balls, etc. But unfortunately, it didn't work in favor of South Zone. But I'm sure that South Zone will be coming back stronger in next coming matches. And it was a brilliant bowling, especially from the bowler who's bowling. He was bowling pretty quick. Yashwant, we have already seen in his first over, picked up a wicket. Again, he's doing a lot of magical work. He has already picked up 3 wickets so far in this match.
Well, fix one down the leg side, question asked. I think now that they know that victory has slipped out of their grasp, they would possibly like to watch Sheikh Sadiq bat for the final 3 balls and get them as close as they can, because this is a marathon tournament. There are too many matches to be played, and eventually the top 2 teams will qualify for the finals. If there is a tie in terms of points, then net run rate will come into play. So even if you are losing, at least try and get closer. Sheikh Sadiq wanted to go big, but he doesn't connect. And will only get a single. What a gem of an over here from Yashwant. He continues doing the good work.
Talking about the summary of South Zone, they bowled well in the initial stage, but unfortunately they have given away a lot of extras and boundaries, and they have come back well in the strong, especially in the bowling, and they have picked up a wicket here. It's all out. South Zone lost all of the 10 wickets, and they scored just 136 runs. So they wrapped up the innings by losing their final wicket as well. So as I was talking about summary of South Zone, they played well, especially in the second half of the bowling. They came back well, they broke the partnership and also made sure that a few batters didn't convert the innings longer. So this was a huge boost for them. At one point of time, there was an expectation where East Zone would have reached 170 odd runs, but they made sure that they were not going crossing 170 odd. They restricted to 160. That was really good job from South Zone bowling department. As they came out to bat, they were really good in first few overs. I would say it was really attacking cricket, the way they were smashing the boundaries. Although East Zone were bowling really well, they tried to give the counter attack to each and any loose deliveries which they were bowling. So this was a massive display, but South Zone already lost. Talking about East Zone, they were absolutely brilliant, right from batting to bowling and fielding. We've also seen some excellent catchings in this match, and also saw the bowling of both spinners and fast bowlers bowling quite well, especially looking to Kalim Khan and Abhishek. They were doing they bowled some brilliant spells. And talking about Abhishek, he created some impact for East Zone by picking up crucial wickets at time when captain gave the ball. So let us look at the bowling card. So stand of the bowler, Kalim Khan, picked up 2 wickets and just conceded 25 runs. Yashwant, he was the bowler of the match, took 4 wickets, just conceded 29 runs. Abhishek took 2 wickets, just conceded 11 runs. He was economically good. Last but not the least, we have here Jatin Saxena, who also picked up a wicket. Talking about the batting, Rambabu stood tall, scored 31 runs. He was like a man who will be winning for South Zone. And Syed Naeem, who also scored 17 runs. He was building a partnership initially, and he was playing really good. Praveen, who also managed to score 34 runs, who is currently in this match for South Zone, highest run scorer. managed to build a very good momentum for South Zone. So let us look at the summary. Shravan Meena scored 56 runs out of 43 balls. Rohit Dhruv scored 44 runs out of 26 balls. Jatin Saxena, experienced campaigner, who also picked up a wicket, scored 18 runs out of 15 balls. Kaleem Khan, who also bowled brilliant, I would say. I'm quite impressed with his fast bowling. He also scored 15 runs. He was a captain who stood tall in all the departments. Talking about the bowling of Telangana South Zone, Praveen, he scored. Um, as far as bowling of Telangana was concerned, Rambabu, who picked up 2 wickets, so that was really good bowling from
योगेश योगेश हे योगेश, मैं बोल रहा हूँ इन लोग को वार्न कर दे, बोलिए सर तुम लोग का मैन ऑफ द मैच लास्ट मैच ऐसा है तो लास्ट टाइम ऐसा करो, ये गलती करो, इसके बाद वापस मत करो। तो कुछ वो लोग जो बोल रहे हैं ना, कुछ जा रहा है फील्ड में, बाद में रिकॉर्डिंग मांगेंगे तो विदाउट ऑडियो देगा।
Welcome to Post Match Bites with the cricketers from both teams. Uh, this is the first match of All India Interzone Veterans Cricket Tournament 2024. We have the first team, which is a losing team of today's match between South Zone versus East Zone. So I have players with me from South Zone. Let's have a chat with the South Zone team members. So first of all, this is the first match of the tournament, and you guys are coming back after a long time after playing the inter states tournament. And how do you feel to come to here Chhattisgarh and play this inter-zonal tournament?
Well, it's been a great feeling out here at Raipur, and it's a proud moment for Veterans Cricket Association of Telangana to be the winners of the South Zone Championship and to qualify for this All India. Well, the facilities here has been outstanding, and we never expected this kind of atmosphere here, and it's a cricket carnival.
We have Mr. Rambabu here, who has played brilliant innings as far as batting is concerned, and he stood up tall. And let's have a chat with him as well. Mr. Rambabu, you played extraordinary innings as far as batting for South Zone was concerned. So, what was the strategy which you had? Because you came out, you played an attacking cricket. So, what was the strategy which you guys had after the bowling?
Actually, that 160 is the changeable score. We have some plans, and we play take singles, etc. One batsman will attack the opposite team. Then that strategy absolutely failure today. But next match we have some plans and do properly. Thank you.
So, as far as the Telangana team, especially the South Zone team, was concerned, you guys had first half of the bowling, which was a bit challenging, where East Zone was going on to the attack, and in second half, you guys came back very strong. So, did you guys had any kind of a discussion about the strategies for bowling?
Well, it was just that the first hour of the game it was slightly difficult for us to understand the pitch, and well, the home advantage was there for the opposition. But then later on, as the game progressed, we came back into the game, and I'm sure well, we learned through our mistakes. There were a few mistakes in the fielding department, and I'm sure we will overcome and we will come back strong.
Last question to you: how are you looking forward to take this momentum into the next game?
Yeah, we have some plans to play and get the win. Definitely we can fight and definitely can win the match also. Some plans are to be going on at residing places. Definitely we can fight it. Thank you.
Thank you so much from you both from South Zone. I wish you all the best for the upcoming matches. Let's have a look at the players as far as East Zone were concerned. We have Captain Kaleem Khan here, who bowled really well and also batted well. So, hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
So, when you guys won the toss, elected to bat first, what was the thing which was running in your head?
जैसे कि विकेट हमारा जो स्टेडियम का है वो दोनों बैटिंग और बॉलिंग के लिए इक्वली बैलेंस्ड विकेट है और हमारा ये होम ग्राउंड है। हम इस ग्राउंड को ज़्यादा बेहतर समझते हैं। विकेट पे ही हमने जैसे ही टॉस जीता था हमने बैटिंग किया था। बैटिंग में एक तरीके से शुरुआत भी हमारी उस तरीके से हुई थी और कहीं ना कहीं टॉस जो था वो हमारे फ़ायदेमंद रहा था और 160 रनों का जो लक्ष्य था वो काफ़ी अच्छा स्कोर था और फाइनली फिर जिस तरीके से बॉलिंग हमारी टीम ने किया और जो इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग थी जो आज मैच की जो दो कैचेस थे जो मीना सर ने और रोहित ध्रुव ने जो कैच पकड़ा निश्चित तौर पे वो हमारा टर्निंग पॉइंट था।
Although you scored a very good contribution of runs, but still your bowling was extraordinary. Sitting from comb box and seeing you bowling with the right pace, extracting the bounce, and also trying to pick up wickets, crucial wickets. How do you see this pitch, especially in the second innings? Because in the first innings we haven't seen much of the bounce. How did you extract that bounce?
विकेट का एक तरीके से हमने पहले ही बताया आपको काफ़ी हम लोग इस विकेट से बहुत कहीं ना कहीं हमारा वास्ता रहेगा क्योंकि पहले से हमारा ये होम ग्राउंड है तो हम खेलते रहे और जिस तरीके से जो बैट्समैन का जो पेस था हमने उसको वैरी करने की कोशिश की जब बैट्समैन जिस पेस पे खेलना चाहता था हमने उसमें वेरिएशन इस्तेमाल किया और कहीं ना कहीं धीमे गेंदों का और बाउंसी गेंदों का हमने यूज़ किया और कहीं ना कहीं उसका फ़ायदा हमें मिला। स्लोअर डिलीवरी और जो बाउंस का था हमको विकेट भी उस पर मिले और बाद में जिस तरीके से अभिषेक ने 2 ओवर का जो स्पेल डाला और यशवंत और जतीन का जो एक तरीके से एक पैवेलियन के अपोजिट वाला जो एंड था, जो 6 ओवर वहाँ का जो उन लोगों ने कंटिन्यूसली बॉल करके जो विकेट वहाँ से निकाले, वो हमारे आज के मैच के लिए एक तरीके से फ़ायदेमंद रहा और वहीं से हमारी जो मैच की जीत की जो है नींव रखी गई।
Thank you so much, Skipper. I would like to have an interview with Shravan, who played really well as far as batting is concerned. Is he here?
No, no, he is not here.
So we have Abhishek as well, who bowled really well. So is he here?
अभिषेक
हाँ, थोड़ा ठीक है। आपको कैप्टन आपको हाथ में बॉल दिया और विकेट्स लेने को आपको विश्वास भी कर दिया, क्योंकि साउथ जोन अच्छा बैटिंग कर दिया। एक ही टाइम में कैसा लगा कि साउथ जोन का बैटिंग ज़बरदस्त है, वो जीतने को आज का मैच भी है ऐसा लगा। लेकिन आपको बॉल देने के बाद आप क्रूशियल विकेट्स लिया, कैसा लगा?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि मैच जो है वो एक काफ़ी नेक टू नेक चल रहा था, बराबरी पे चल रहा था। वहाँ पे था कि जो भी टीम लूज़ करती प्रेशर सिचुएशन पे, तो वो टीम ऐसा है कि नीचे जाती। तो वहाँ पे हमने कोशिश किया कि हम टाइट बॉल रखें, साथ ही साथ वो शॉट्स काफ़ी अच्छे खेल रहे थे। तो हमारा ये था कि हम उनके जो एरर करेंगे वहाँ पे हम उनको पकड़ना है, तो हमको कैचेस पकड़नी है और जो भी है फील्डिंग अच्छी करनी है। तो उस चीज़ को हमने अप्लाई किया और उसमें हमने काफ़ी सक्सेस भी हुए। तो उसका रिज़ल्ट हुआ कि रेगुलर इंटरवल्स पे हमारे पास विकेट्स आ रहे थे। कोई बैट्समैन यदि शॉट्स खेल भी रहे तो विकेट्स भी आ रहे थे, ऐसा हुआ। तो वो चीज़ हमको फ़ायदा किया और हम ये मैच पे लास्ट टाइम पे लास्ट जो मोमेंट आया कि आखिरी के 4 ओवर पे आ गए कि 48 रन आए, तो उनसे वो काफ़ी पीछे मतलब होते गए। फिर उसके बाद कि फिर 2 ओवर 3 ओवर फिर विकेट्स भी आ रहे थे, तो वो हमको काफ़ी हेल्प किया और हम मैच जीते।
आपको अच्छा से बॉलिंग कर दिया। बेस्ट विशेस फॉर द नेक्स्ट मैच।
थैंक यू
All the
वेरी
best.
मच।
Jatin ji. We have Mr. Jatin Saxena, who is an experienced campaigner for East Zone. Namaste ji.
Namaskar.
So you came here for East Zone. Your contribution was tremendous. So when you came here, your experience where you bowl well, and also even during the batting time, your contribution was good. So how do you feel?
I am feeling very great because we have win the match and it was a close game, not a big total on this wicket, but we managed to get them under the final score. So I am happy, but with the performances, it was still not above the expectations. So I will try my best to put my game little better in the next game. So yes, still I am happy.
Well played. Best wishes for the next match as
Thank
well.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. So that's it from the ground. So we have short bites with the players from winning team and also the losing team. See you tomorrow. Until then, stay tuned for the next matches.